thing.
No,
That's
no,
all.
no, no. She's not even. No, she's in her. She's actually in my room, fast asleep.
No, that
Oh,
was
okay.
directed more at Felix than anybody else. You know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't get nasty now. I got a question for you. The other night, and I don't know if you can actually mention it, you said for us to be careful what we were saying on the air.
I was being facetious because you guys did say something, and I was like, I don't remember what it was, but I'm like, oh my God, they're saying that they're getting into that territory where they might get cut off again. Or we had that problem a couple of weeks ago when I couldn't get on, or like I got cut off or whatever,
Yeah.
and couldn't get back on. So that's
Well,
why I said that.
that was actually a problem with you know, Blog Talk Radio, I believe it
Yeah.
was. It wasn't even us this time.
It
But the
wasn't.
funny part was that
Right.
they were using the same excuse we always use. You know, we're experiencing technical difficulty.
Yeah.
Our engineers are having
Mm.
problems. And in our
Well.
case, the engineer is Felix because he's the one that takes care of the technical end here.
Yep. The engineer. No, I'm not the water boy. Mark's the water boy.
Now, I'm the water and coffee boy. That's
Yeah,
me.
that's
You
true.
know.
But but I paid him well today.
Oh, that's good.
I got new
At least
coffee.
you guys are making me laugh.
I got more coffee today, so he's in good shape. Anyway, no, and we use the good stuff.
By the way, you know, Felix is moving.
What do you mean? Where are
He's
you moving to?
He's moving to Staten Island.
No,
Yeah.
he's not.
No, I'm moving pretty far away, downstairs, from where I live now.
Really?
They're going to put him in the sub basement with the mice and rats.
Yeah, right? No, because of my wife, she can't really walk the stairs, and an apartment opened up downstairs, and I'm going to move in there hopefully next week or two so I can bring her home.
Oh, well, that's good. That would be great.
Yeah. Well, they're not doing any more rehab for her, so there's no reason to be there any longer.
Well, you have to
Absolutely
understand
not.
the other reason that you know he's moving downstairs is because he doesn't have to clean up this apartment.
Oh, God.
I thought he was cleaned already.
No, he doesn't have to clean it up. You know, I mean, if he had to take the time to clean up this apartment, I mean, you know, the cleaning service would walk through the door, take a look, and say, "We want double what we ordinarily get to clean this place up."
Yeah, I need to find out who your cleaning service was.
Who, me?
Yeah.
It was called Hurricane Sandy. We just threw everything out the window.
Yeah, right?
I tell you, my mom she has a cleaning crew that comes to her house.
Well, that's what it is
It's,
now. They're a crew, yeah.
Yeah, she had, what is it, 3 guys? I don't even know how many guys come anymore. But they do a really great job.
No, I have a crew that does that. What I need is somebody to just come in and put things away and organize them. I'm a horrible organizer. And my wife hasn't been here for 4 months, so things have really just fallen apart.
Felix has to organize his leftovers. You know, stuff that's 2 months old. He has to finally decide to throw it out. You know.
No, I just give it to you.
I think, yeah.
No, I just give it to Mark, that's all. Once it's a month old or more, I just mark it for Mark.
Yeah, and then I check to see if it's got mold and fuzz on it, you know.
You're turning my stomach. I don't have leftovers in my house. We don't know what leftovers is. I mean, and I cook for like an army. I mean, it's just me and her. I just cook like I'm cooking for 10 people.
Well,
and I still never have. I still never have leftovers.
In my house, you know, my son, who still lives at home, is a vegan, so he doesn't eat anything that we cook. And when I generally cook, mainly I barbecue a lot. Ellen will make whatever she wants. Occasionally we'll eat the same thing, you know, although we do have different tastes in food. But Ellen's not a leftover person. So the bottom line is, if there are any leftovers, I mean, I'm from a family of leftover eaters. I find, food generally tastes better the second or third day, and that's about how long it would last in the house, maybe the second day or third day at tops, you know. But I mean, if we have leftover chicken, I mean, I'll cut it up and put it in a salad, you know. Uh, a small little piece of steak, I'll cut it up, put it in a salad. That's fine for me. But Ellen is not a leftover person. Once she eats it the first day, that's it. She's finished.
Well,
So when I used to work, or when I'd go to work, whatever I made the night before, I would make into some kind of lunch and take it to work, and then it'd be done.
Well, I worked many, many years ago with a young married woman who would cook on Sunday, and basically, she made chicken because that was always a favorite. And she'd make all kinds of chicken, and she would divide it up for the week, Monday to Friday, because her husband was working, she's working. Not always easy to come home and cook, and chicken is always easy to reheat, and have it with salad, have it with a vegetable, have it with pasta, however you want to have it.
So I do that in the winter. Like I cook on Sundays. I'll make a big pot of sauce, and I'll make about between 30 and 40 meatballs,
Oh my
and
God!
I have it for the week, and I for the
But now
first for the
now,
that Sunday and the next day it's always meatballs with some kind of pasta, and then the next day it's little meatball heroes, and
yeah, but how do you
I like when
how does little Samantha and you? I mean, you're like next to nothing. I mean, how do you people consume 30 or 40 meatballs in a week? Even Felix couldn't do
well
that. I couldn't
I
do
don't
that.
make
that's good.
I don't really
No.
make big meatballs. I don't make them that big. Um,
Oh, like Swedish meatballs, the
I
little
make
ones?
a little bit bigger than Swedish meatballs. I mean, I don't like. I know this is not going to sound right, but I don't like them big. Um,
Well, Felix likes his
but
balls big, I gotta tell you.
I make them like a little more than a bite size, and she can eat anywhere between 4 and 5 meatballs at a sitting,
That's good.
and then the next day she and I are both like taking a fork and picking at like a meatball here or there, and then the next day for dinner she'll eat again another like 3, 4, maybe 5 meatballs. Then the next day we have the little heroes. Um, Once in a blue moon during school time, she'll ask me to give her some meatballs to take to school, and believe it or not, she'll eat them cold. And I'm like, okay, as long as you're eating, I don't care. She's not gonna get sick from it because
Well,
it's cooked meat anyway.
well, you see, that's a good thing for the simple reason that even if you put it in the morning and it's cold from the fridge, by the time lunchtime rolls around, it's room temperature. And there's nothing wrong with eating
Exactly.
meatballs at room temperature.
Do you guys
Right.
eat anything else besides meatballs?
Yeah, hamburgers.
Well, yeah. Also, by Wednesday, because since I make a whole pot of sauce, um, I freeze some of it, and then some of it I keep out. And by Wednesday, I'm making some kind of either lasagna or baked ziti or anything, stuffed shells. I mean, you
You
name
sure
it,
you're
I'll
not
make it.
Italian?
What?
You sure you're not Italian?
No, I'm not Italian.
No, I know that. I know.
Hey, listen, I got a question for you.
I
Today's topic is gun control. I understand you're for Guns or gun control? Which one is
No,
it?
no, no, no. I'm for gun control.
Oh, okay.
When Chad asked me the question on Friday, I thought he had asked me if I was for guns. I didn't hear him say control. But no, I am totally for gun control.
Well, I don't know if you heard what I said earlier, but I mean, I was listening to this Diane Rehm show on National Public Radio, and
Mhm.
you can probably get it, yourself. Um, and they said there's a misconception, with the Second Amendment right to bear arms. Um, Many NRA people think that it's a movement to take guns away from people. It's not a movement to take away the guns from people who have it legally. It's just a movement to, legally register the weapons. Like I was telling Felix, in many states in middle America and down south, you go to these gun shows, you could purchase a gun and walk out with it that day. Okay? Um, what the people from the NRA would like, which I could understand, is they want to have a background check. The majority of NRA members want a background check. If you were to walk into New York and purchase a gun legally, I know in Nassau County here, where I live, uh, Ellen was thinking of getting a gun. So we went down to Mineola, which is where the courts are in Nassau County, and we inquired, and to fill out the permit costs $200. That's just for the permit, okay? And then you have quite a long wait before they'll issue a permit. They go through a rigorous background check, you know.
Huh?
Um,
You're talking about a pistol.
yeah, a handgun.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You see, oddly enough, assault weapons, you don't have to register anything. You can go purchase it, and that's it.
Well, you still need a background check.
But you don't need a permit, is what I'm saying.
Well, you talk about permit to carry. That's a lot different.
No, I'm not saying, Ellen. First of all, you can't carry in New York. You're not allowed to carry.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well,
there are exceptions, but
and there's a difference between open carry, where you could see the gun, and having it in your bag or in an attaché case. Um,
well, there are definitely people who are allowed to have guns in New York, allowed to carry legally.
Yeah, but only if you have a gun license, and it has to say on the license a carrier's permit and why they are carrying it.
Yeah, of course.
And I know this for a fact because when I was 18 and I was with Carmine, the one that died. He had a gun permit.
Gee, I don't know.
He was a hunter.
I don't know.
He had rifles.
You say Carmine.
And he also had he had a couple of he had a Walther PPK, he had a Beretta, and he had a 380. Well, 380 he bought in Florida. When we were in Florida, we went into a gun shop. I don't remember what kind of shop it was, but I know they sold guns. And all he needed to do was show his driver's license and purchase the gun and purchase the 380 automatic. And we went to the range and he let me shoot it. But when we were living here in New York together, I just remember going down to one police plaza with him because I think he had to renew his license. And, I mean, that was just a whole step within itself. But when he was going for his license the first time, it took about a year for him to finally get his license.
Yeah, they were telling Ellen that it would take about 6 months for her to get her license.
Yeah, it's a whole... I mean, they do some background check on you. They really, really do. And it's thorough, which is good. But, I mean, I'm going back now. Again, I was I was 18. You're talking 31 years ago. Now,